next up we have Ministry of Broadcast, and we have Ministry of Broadcast Studios.
Yes.
They're aptly named, and we are joined by Peter and Duchamp. Hello, welcome to
Hello.
the stage.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. So before jumping into this, I was just hoping you could maybe sort of set the game up for us and sort of tell us a little bit about what to expect from Ministry of Broadcast.
So, the name of the game is Minister of Broadcast. The story is based in a country which has been divided by the wall. We don't name any walls, but our protagonist wants to get across the wall on the other side because his family lives there and he's been separated from them seemingly overnight. So, the only way how to get across the wall is to win in a TV reality show organized by the regime.
Right.
Some people compare the story to kind of Black Mirror.
Right.
It has its feel to it, and it's filled with dark humor, pixels.
That's my two favourite things.
Yeah.
That's all I ask from a game. Should we jump in?
Yeah,
Yes,
you can
please.
go for it.
Okay, I'm going to try and play and win myself.
Yeah, so this is the start screen. Be ready to die a lot in the game.
Oh.
Like this.
Okay. Off
So-
to a good start.
Yeah, this is the intro to set the story. You can skip it, but you can also watch it. It's just to set the story. Our protagonist goes into this base camp where each day takes part. We keep the story divided into chapters we call days. You start each day in this base camp, then go to arenas where you are being tested. It's part of the reality show, and then you end the day in the night base camp.
Right.
So these base camps are like these peaceful moments we have in the game, and arenas are pretty hardcore.
Right.
Yeah.
Am I going to die a lot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you will. No worries.
So yeah, now we are having like contestants arriving and they're waiting for him at the beginning of the base camp. So if you want, you can skip with X.
Okay.
And we can get.
Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is where our character wakes up. Because you skipped this intro part, you didn't see that he had shoes on. Now he doesn't.
Right.
And he starts looking for them. But
Yeah.
I can.
Ultimate side quest of
Yeah.
all, any game out there.
Some people immediately start looking for them, thinking this is the first thing they need to do, but they will not find it.
We're never going to find these shoes.
Yeah, you will know.
This is just the whole story of a man trying to find his shoes.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been inspired by Die Hard.
Yeah.
Was it the first one?
The first one.
Yeah, the first one. Where John McCain needs
Yeah.
to spend his entire movie without shoes.
Yeah, but we just don't have a pipe crawling
Yeah.
in the demo.
The first thing you might notice that is kind of different, and you will feel it because you're playing, it's the controls. Like they are inspired by Prince of Persia.
Oh, I was going to say it has
Yeah.
that kind of very deliberate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like this small delay between your input and player's action. And this was intentional very much because we felt like these kind of controls have the feeling that you're not fully in control of the character.
Right.
That there is this distance between you and the character. He has his own mind. He's like another person. It's not you. And you are just controlling him.
Yeah, like a big brother.
Exactly. This plays into the role of Big Brother.
Okay.
So basically, like this Big Brother theme has many layers within the game.
Right.
And right now, even you are the Big Brother,
All right.
controlling the player.
Well, hopefully I'm a kind big brother who can keep him alive.
Yeah. You got across the pond, frozen pond.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, he died just once.
Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh.
As you see, we totally ditched any UI. There's
Right.
no UI within the game. We felt like it's distracting for the player. It breaks the immersion. So we place, like for example, live bar along the level. It's not like this omnipresent lives on top of the screen. You will see like the poster you have in here. And even the tutorials, they are part of the levels.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you would like observe the environment, you can
Oh.
flip the orange switch.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I was going to say follow the wire back as well.
Yeah.
Nice. When you were designing this, how quickly did you decide on this particular art style?
Well, It was at the beginning. We wanted, because we were thinking we have this absolutist regime present, and we didn't want to. We wanted to basically avoid being in repetition of like using reds and these kind of Nazi flags to signal the absolutist regime. So we were thinking like how in today's time this kind of regime will approach to the team. So basically we were thinking, okay, they probably hired some PR agency or advertising agency to fix their image. So basically they had a focus groups, and they decided that people love babies and they like baby blues, so everything is like kind of baby blue flags, and we wanted to combine something really ugly like like absolutist regime architect and stuff. So basically we used Czech and Russian avant-garde and combined it with
I am listening.
You just keep dying. So basically, it's like we combine it with the Swiss Alps, these beautiful retro posters. So yeah, and we limited the color palette like really, really strictly. It was really hard for us to, at the beginning, to know what is going to be in the background, what's going to be in front, because we have only 8 or 10 colors to use.
I love the pixel snow as well. That's really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
Yeah, one thing you might notice is like this crow that keeps landing on you when you die.
Yeah.
It's one of the side characters that became like Avatar, the spokesperson for the game. It has its own story.
Yeah, it's basically about, in all these regimes that when you're locked down or something, you don't have any friends. So you basically become friends with imaginary friends or animal friends or stuff. So till the very end of the game, you don't know if this crow is like a real character, not real character. Is she there to help you or not? So it's like really nice relationship with the crow.
Yeah, and the player has someone to talk to. It's like Wilson.
Oh yeah. Okay, that was.
And this is basically the arena where you're gonna find out the main mechanic of the game and how you're supposed to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because not to spoil anything, like big part of the game is using others to
overcome your obstacles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and you're gonna now really soon see how.
That feels like that feels unwise.
And regarding the dark humor we have in the game, we felt like in the darkest times, there is always like the need for humor, like the best comedies were done in these darkest times. So we are combining like both of these. Yeah, it's one of the small details that Dusan prepared.
Like, he sees his boots. That's great.
Like we said on Twitter, it's like basically it's a ripoff of Lemmings.
Lemmings is definitely one of the inspirations. And also Ape's Odyssey.
Oh
and Flashback and
Yeah, basically we were making a game that we would really like to play, something that we grew up with because it's the first game of us as a studio.
Right.
So we decided to go with something that it's naturally fitting to what we like to play, watch, read, and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a mixture of everything, and we just keep adding and adding and adding. So in one moment we needed to cut and say, okay, this is gonna be the game, and we settled at Ministry of Broadcast.
And also a mixture of our humor. We have a really bad sense of humor.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God. How did you have fun designing all the pixel corpses, all the different deaths?
Yeah, when I was younger, I was playing this game. I guess you remember it. It's called Heart of Darkness.
Oh yeah.
And I love the concept that they had that every single situation had specific dying animation. That your dying animation is influenced by the environment you are in.
Right.
So at this particular moment, I think I don't know how many, like 30.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. I think at least 40 dying animations.
30,
we have. It's definitely going to be one of the achievements just to find all the dying
animations, and probably DLC.
Yeah, more dying
more
animations.
Dying animations.
That's okay.
So we're going.
So
we
I
go
wouldn't
for the Switch.
with genre. I don't think we fall into like puzzle platformer. We are more trying to put it as scenes that you are
Yeah.
trying to solve each scene, making different each scene.
Right.
Yeah, so it's cinematic platformer and
Yeah.
adventure game kind of, because we have a lot of story to tell. So
Right.
it's like kind of Monkey Island merged with flashback, let's say.
Yeah.
In the amount of story versus.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's one of the base mechanics.
Yeah.
I hope they're all right, he says. Oh.
Yes, actually they are.
I like how casually he just walks
Yeah.
Yeah.
across the bodies.
Every man for himself.
And you see the crow is appearing more and more.
That's a very sinister crow.
Yeah, it is. We love the crow. It's mocking even us on Twitter. It has its own Twitter account, which is more popular than ours.
Yes, exactly. She's just bitching about the game.
Yeah. Can we say words like this on stream?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, lost.
Yeah, for
Reminds me
example,
a little bit of Another World
Yeah.
Yes.
as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Right, got to jump over that, have I?
Yeah. So, for example, this small Prince of Persia icon.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's not Prince of Persia. We
No,
might
it's not
say.
Prince of Persia. It's like
It's a
look
legally
alike.
distinctive to
Princess
Prince of
Leia,
Yes,
Persia.
exactly, completely.
Yeah. Very good.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
In
if
the-
you,
in
if
the
you have
final-
anything to ask, do you?
Yeah. In the final game, we ended up with a lot of animals appearing. We found out like we have ram, crocodile.
Yes.
How long have you guys been working on this then?
Well, it's second year we are finishing now, and first year it was part time, and the second year we got publishers and we are working
Fundings,
for
yeah.
fundings, yeah. And we are working since then
Full time.
Is there ever any kind of question of like, things feel, it's meant to feel kind of unfair and cruel, but
Yeah.
like, how do you stop it from becoming like too unfair and cruel?
Yeah, we're testing it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, among friends and for example, this demo we tested on the many conferences, and we were watching people, playing and stuff. And even we're challenging ourselves, so it's like we're trying to be fair. That each death teach you something. If it doesn't teach you something, how to overcome the obstacle, it's just the stupid death, and we just
Exactly.
remove it. So every time you die, you learn something new. And
Yeah.
that's basically your learning mechanism in the game. That through death you learn that you shouldn't go on spikes.
Yes.
For example.
Also, we are putting a lot of these small hints across the level. We are trying to teach the player that he should read the level. We don't put there like big yellow arrow telling you where to go, but it's like subtle hints across the level.
What was that?
You could even notice that even the pace of the game is slower. It gets faster from time to time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh. You died again.
Yeah. So for example, you know that you need to run instantly when you go
Yes.
down.
They're tough. I think I remember having Another World on the Mega Drive as a kid, and we just didn't think we could do, didn't know if it actually worked. We were just like, oh, it's a broken thing.
Just start running.
Yeah.
Oh, I did start running again. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no. I've learnt nothing. Right. Oh no. Trying not to be too over enthusiastic on the sprint button. Right. Okay.
Well, we meant it, that this game gonna be a walkthrough, not run through.
Yeah.
But then we are pushing you to run in a certain,
Yeah.
we're making puzzles that you should run in some certain part.
Yes. Gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we reached the point that some of the players, they were just like slowly stepping through the level, that they were afraid what might come next.
Oh really?
It just stretches the playthrough, so
never
Yeah,
survived
you're
it.
fine. Yeah.
And will we find out like more about the sort of the backstory and the regime as we kind of work
Definitely.
through the game?
Yes,
Definitely.
yes. We didn't want to give you everything in your face the moment you log in. So the story is unraveled during the gameplay, and we have, like Pete said at the beginning, that we have these base camps, which are like in between the days and arena runs, and that's basically where you unravel the story.
Right, right. Oh no. Oh,
Oh! So this might be a bug.
Thank you. Thank you for Q&A. It's a feature. That's how.
Oh, there are shoes, yeah?
Those are the shoes.
These are the shoes. Because throughout the game, we are not fans like of having like multiple collectibles and just like if they don't make sense. So
Yeah.
the only collectibles we made in the game are the shoes. You keep trying different shoes, but none of them will fit you.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, your goal is to try them all, and then you're gonna get maybe.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Who knows?
knows?
Don't want to spoil the end.
Yeah.
The grand shoe, basically.
Yeah, like basically the shoes are the only collectible we have in the game. Because it kind of makes sense, you know, he's barefoot.
So, do I wait for the dog to go on the left?
Yes.
Ah, there we go. Got it.
Nice.
Oh, this guy.
Also, throughout the game, you will find out that even the NPCs, they are not in the level like randomly, you know, placed. Everything has its own meaning in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And you're struggling, for example, because throughout even the first day, you're gonna notice that every single person is having his role. That, for example, this Boris is like anarchist and he's like representative of the civilians and stuff. But the only person that doesn't have a role is basically you. So you're trying to figure out what's going on and what is your role in this world.
It's quite hard to do these streams and play these games at the same time.
You are doing really well.
Oh, good. Oh, well. Spoke too soon.
Yeah.
Back comes the bird. And people can come and play this on your stand here at
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes. And we hope soon will be demo on Steam, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we want the players to test the controls. It might not fit everybody.
Right. Oh, dear. That's hard timing on that one. That's what that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. And this one is
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. This is gonna be the grand finale to this stream. It's me getting across some fiery holes. Right.
You can do it. You can.
I can see the tension rising.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, as Crow would say on Twitter, we are treating people like garbage. So.
Right. No, come on for the honour of rock paper shotgun.
Go
for it.
It's the fear of messing one of these demos up and becoming some kind of meme. Oh my word. I will not let this happen.
Nice.
So close.
It's fine. We can do it. Before the audience takes pity on me.
Yeah, we suppose that one of the achievements will be for going through the whole game without dying.
Oh, do you think there's anyone on the team can do that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, after so many runs, probably. Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna.
We should have started with this, then we would fill 20 minutes later.
Yeah, just like that in a second. Yeah. Oh my word. No, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Right. I get. You know when you get into that stressful place where you just. Right. Oh my god. I can just see a man wincing in the audience. Right. Oh, I'm so sorry that this is happening. We're going to do this. I'm against the clock here. Oh my god. Right. We're going to do it. Don't worry.
Yeah, this is exactly like the kind of feeling we wanted to achieve.
Oh,
It's like you know that it's your fault that you're not jumping.
There you go.
You made it.
Thank you. Oh, don't get. If I get eaten by a dog now, I'm gonna be so cross. Oh, it's a wrap for you.
Jesus, it's a very nice start.
Yeah, exactly.
I've escaped. I am done here.
I'm done
Yeah,
here.
amen.
Exactly.
Awesome stuff. Well, I think I have to wrap it up there. When can people finally expect to play this one?
So we are expecting Q1 2020.
Yeah.
We are still choosing the right release window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well,
But
good.
very beginning of the
Yeah, beginning of the
beginning
year.
of the year.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for joining us and talking us
Thank
through
you.
the game. That was really cool. I'm really looking forward to finding out the whole secret of this place and maybe getting my shoes back. That'd be awesome.
Let's see.